We have helped thousands of people with their Medicare over the years, and today we're going to tell you about the secret weapon we use to help our clients save hundreds on their prescriptions. We use GoodRX in tandem with Medicare prescription drug coverage to make sure people pay the lowest possible price for their prescriptions. In this video, we'll talk about what GoodRX is, how it works, how to use it to maximize savings, and stick around until the end to find out the common mistake with GoodRX that costs people money. Let's dive into it. The first thing we're going to talk about is what is GoodRX. GoodRX is a coupon service that helps lower the cost of certain prescription drugs at certain pharmacies. As of January 2024, it is not an insurance company. You can keep your current insurance and still use GoodRX. There is no sign-up necessary, and you don't even have to get a card with your name on it. Simply download the GoodRX app, get a GoodRX card at a pharmacy or doctor's office, or in some cases just say, I want the GoodRX price at the pharmacy.
All right, guys, we're now going to do a little demonstration on how to use GoodRX. So as you can see, I'm at the GoodRX website. The first thing you're going to want to do, if you haven't already, is update your zip code so it's actually close. So we are based in Toms River, New Jersey. I'm just going to set my location to that, even though it was already there. The next thing you're going to want to do is put in the prescription you're looking for. So I'm just going to put in a basic one like simvastatin, and it'll take 1 second to load. And then I'm going to update my dosage. So for this particular example, I'm going to say that I take 10 milligrams once a day. So we're looking at 10 milligrams and a fill-up of 30. Then we're going to update. It's loading now, but you're going to see that there are a bunch of different pharmacies in the Toms River area that I can do. And instead of looking at it this way, where I have to click each of them and see what their price is, what I'm going to do instead is just scroll down. And now I can see all of them at the same time. So you can see for 1 month what simvastatin would cost for 10 milligrams for once a day. So a little pro tip here is, in general, this isn't the case all the time, but as you can see, in most cases, grocery stores work better with GoodRX compared to traditional pharmacies. So our recommendation is, if you're going to have a prescription on GoodRX, it is often going to be best served at a grocery store as opposed to a pharmacy. Again, not always the case, just our experience. Another thing I'm going to tell you to look out for is these one-time offers. So as you can see, Walgreens here is saying, hey, we'll give it to you for $21.64, but there's some fine print that's a one-time offer. So I'm going to click that, just so you can see what I'm talking about. It's $21.64 the first time, and it's actually $26.64 going forward. So definitely double check, because even though you can get savings that one time, you're going to want to make sure that long term you're not going to have to constantly look into different prices and everything like that. On top of that, another pro tip I can tell you guys is I put in 30 tablets just for simplicity's sake, but in many cases, 3 months is the best way to save money. So for example here, I'm going to look at ShopRite, which is $8.09 for a 1 month supply. But if I change this dosage to 90 tablets, so a 3 month supply instead of a 1 month supply, there's going to be a lot of savings to be had. So give it 1 sec to load up. As you can see, the price has jumped a lot, but ShopRite went from $8 for 1 month to $10 for 3 months. That is massive savings. So again, in most cases, if you can, try to get a 3 month supply to make sure that you are maximizing your savings. Let's go back to the video now.
If you find a price you like, you can transfer that prescription to the pharmacy with the lowest price and start getting a better price. To transfer your prescription, call your doctor's office and have them transfer it to the new pharmacy. How to pair GoodRX with Medicare. This is how we pair GoodRX with Medicare. Medicare has certain prescriptions that are low cost, some that are medium cost, and some that are incredibly expensive. There are times that GoodRX can be used to help those medium and incredibly expensive drugs have a lower cost. We line up all our clients' prescriptions side by side and compare their Medicare cost to their cost with GoodRx. We simply go with the lowest cost across the board and help determine what is best for the client. So let's look at this graphic real quick.
Hey guys, so we have another graphic for you to help you understand this concept, and we are going to be showing how we compare Medicare copays to GoodRx copays, and it couldn't be easier. So what we do is we line up every prescription you have, and I'm just saying drugs A, B, and C because it could vary greatly depending on your state, your zip code, your Medicare plan, and your GoodRx options and everything like that. And what we do is we put their Medicare copay with whatever plan you're currently on versus the GoodRx copay that you can get in your local area. So what we're looking at here is drug A, for instance, has a $0 copay on Medicare, and a lot of generic medications do indeed have $0 copays on Medicare. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but I don't think I've ever seen a GoodRx $0 copay, so in most cases, it's like $5 is the lowest we're gonna see. So as you can see, Medicare is the winner in this case. Now, another example, let's say on Medicare, there's a $4 copay. A couple generic medications, instead of being 0, might be 4 or 5, $10 a month, something like that. And the same medication with GoodRx has a $10 copay. So once again, Medicare is the winner. Now, in many instances, creams, ointments, gels, we'll talk about that in a second, these can have incredibly high copays on Medicare. So let's say on Medicare, you have a deductible, you need, let's say a tube of ointment or something like that, and it's $100. And you go, well, that's crazy. I don't want to pay $100 for my copay. So you simply go to GoodRx where let's say it's 17. So in this instance, it is GoodRx that is your winner. So, it may seem complicated trying to compare prices and everything like that, but when you make it as easy as A, B, C, or whatever your prescriptions are, you just line them up and say which one is more expensive, and then you go with the lesser cost option if it is convenient for you.
The most common drug categories that are cheaper with GoodRx are some gels and ointments, some inhalers, some eye drops, and certain generic prescriptions. In many cases, if you're filling a prescription for a gel or an ointment or inhaler, you only need to do so once or twice a year, and it can be much more cost-effective to take a plan that focuses on your other prescriptions while you use GoodRx for that 1 or 2 time fill-up. There are also certain generic prescriptions that are considered Tier 3 prescriptions on most Medicare plans that count towards a plan's deductible. This can lead to high copays with your Medicare prescription plan. You may be better off using GoodRx. Now, GoodRx is awesome, but let's talk about the downsides. I've just told you how to potentially save hundreds of dollars with GoodRx. So let's talk about where this could go wrong. The biggest one is that brand name prescriptions are incredibly expensive with GoodRx. If you need a brand name prescription, GoodRx is the answer maybe 10% of the time. When we compare prices, the GoodRx price of a brand name drug is usually very close to the full retail price. Not too many savings to be had there. Now let's use an example. Eliquis is a common brand name medication. Eliquis is incredibly expensive with a retail cost of $586 a month, depending on where you are. On Medicare, Eliquis has an all-in price of about $1,800 a year here in New Jersey. That means between the premiums of your Medicare drug plan and your copays at the pharmacy, you will pay $1,800 over the course of the year. If you use GoodRx, that price can be around $550 to $650 a month, meaning your all-in price is between $6,600 and $7,800 each year. Using Medicare is about a fifth of the price. It's crazy. Medicare is by far the better option in this instance. Now let's talk about the biggest mistake people make with GoodRx. We have helped thousands of people with their Medicare prescription drug coverage, and one of the biggest mistakes we see people make is someone coming to us and saying, I just use GoodRx. I can't stress this enough. Do not do this. We outlined earlier that GoodRx is great usually 10 to 20% of the time, but in most cases you should be using Medicare. We have many clients who see savings with GoodRx with one drug and assume that GoodRx has savings across all of their drugs. Do not fall into this trap. Continue to make side-by-side comparisons of your prescriptions to see what the best cost is. An even worse mistake is to drop your Medicare drug coverage for only GoodRx. As we outlined earlier, GoodRx does not cover expensive brand name medications well. You could be stuck paying thousands upon thousands of dollars in copays each year. You also can potentially accrue lifetime penalties with Medicare when you don't have Medicare drug coverage for extended periods of time. With many standalone drug plans as low as $0 to $7 a month depending on where you live, there's no reason to not have a Medicare drug plan once you're eligible. One final note before anyone comes after me in the comments, which happens all the time, it is 100% possible that all your prescriptions are at their lower cost through GoodRx instead of Medicare, but it is rare. Be sure to make a comparison or talk to a licensed broker like us. I can't tell you how many times someone has come in incredibly confident saying GoodRx is the cheapest for all my drugs, and let's say they have 5 and 4 of them are cheaper on Medicare. They're always dumbfounded. Don't waste time or money. Talk to someone like us to help you out. Now, to summarize this video, use GoodRx in tandem with Medicare Part D to maximize your savings. Medicare is the best price about 80% of the time for your prescriptions, and use GoodRx to help with the other 20%. Don't use only GoodRx when looking for the best price, because it is rare that all your prescriptions are the best price under GoodRx. And don't drop your Medicare drug coverage in favor of only GoodRx. We hope this video helps you understand how we help our clients lower their drug costs. Send it to a friend who you think could use this advice. And leave a comment below if you have any questions or wants to suggest another video topic we should cover. Most importantly, if you ever need help with your Medicare needs, reach out to us here at NJ Life and Health. We have helped thousands of people across the country with their Medicare needs, and we would be happy to help you as well. Visit our website at www.njlifeandhealth.com or call our Toms River, New Jersey office at 848-226-6897 to talk to one of our licensed brokers. Thank you, and see you in the next video.